Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, I think October 22nd. I'm in Hank. I'm going shopping and I have to buy something for the couch. Gonna get to do this in a second. And I was too lazy to park Hank somewhere else and drive with the ID.5 GTX, so I just took Hank. And I didn't think too much. I was like, oh, let's drive. This car is outside of the garage. I just go in and drive. And we're going to Passau because I have to go to a Home Depot style shop because I need pieces of wood. And then we're gonna go grocery shopping because we need a lot. Oh, it's true. I forgot the list. That would have been important. The reason for the wood, it's little pieces and thin ones, is our couch. So we have our couch for a while. It wasn't cheap. And now it's set through. So there's holes where we sit, and we looked underneath, and it's that the springs cut the foam above it in pieces, and that's why the foam goes through the springs, and the springs are now touching our bums and it's not comfortable. So we put blankets on it so it's more comfortable, but this is not something for forever. And we looked into it. We got a little piece of foam to put in, but there's no way to get it in. The springs are attached so hard, you need a special tool, and the tool is 30 euros, and we're like, nah, we're not gonna do that. And the foam was 60 euros, so, and we would need another one, so another 60 euros plus the 30 euros for the tool, and then it's extreme work. And so I thought, let's do it differently. Let's put something between the spring and the foam, and I put cardboard in it. And it worked, but it cut the cardboard after a while because, hello, that's not very stable. So and you cannot get something thick under the springs. They're so tight, it has to be thin. So I'm getting at Hornbach, I'm getting 3mm thin wood pieces, and I buy 2 for each thing. So it's altogether 6mm. That should be enough that the springs are not cutting through, but since it's 2, I can bend it and put it under the springs. So I'm doing that. That's my thing today. Cindy is working right now at home office. I'm doing this, and when I'm back home, I'm gonna do the comparison video that I talked about yesterday in the other video. So S6, Polestar 4, and BMW i5. By the way, I've seen, yes, the Polestar 4 is built in China, but it's 40,000 euros cheaper than the other 2 cars. I bought the wooden pieces. They're really very thin, so I can bend them a bit and get them in there, because everything else I would not be able to do. And I got 2 for each side. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday, Cindy and I did Project Couch. I told you that the things that we sit on are totally through, and it's because the springs underneath cut between the foam, and so the foam goes through the springs, and then you feel the springs and you're extremely low. And yesterday we did that. We had to cut the wood and then even make it a bit smaller. It was 60 by 60. It had to be 50 by 50. You had to cut everything. We put that underneath. It was extremely exhausting. Took an hour or so, and then we sat on it, and it was horrible, uncomfortable. Then we said, okay, let's see if we can get used to it. And then in the evening I sat on it. It was horrible because right now, because of the hole and because you feel the spring, I have 2 very thick blankets folded underneath my bum, and Cindy has a tiny bit because she doesn't want to sit too high, so that you can sit there. And we don't want to buy a new couch because it was an expensive couch, but we failed. It was horrible. And so this morning I dismantled everything. I put the wood out again and put the blanket back in, because in the beginning I bought this foam here, 60 euros for this piece of foam that's made for couches, and we don't know if we want to do that, if we just keep it like it is or get a new couch at some point. That was my Thursday morning. And I hurt myself, of course, yesterday, but now it's time to edit the comparison video of the 3 cars. I filmed it yesterday at home, and now it's time to edit. Hello, it's Saturday, October 25th, and tomorrow, Sunday, is my usual work day at the start of the week. I had Friday and Saturday off. It was awesome. And tomorrow, I wasn't sure, am I doing the range test or am I doing the charging test, long distance test? I want to do the range tests because it's 3 videos and I'm out of videos to edit. I need videos this week, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but not too strong and not too long. So maybe I risk it because I don't know how the weather is next week. It could change, of course, as it usually does. And I'm here enjoying my new television and YouTube and stuff. And Netflix, and I already put on my own video server for my DVDs that I have Plex. It all works. It's all nice. All nice. Tomorrow is also time change. So tomorrow morning at 3 for Cindy, my wife, this is chaos because she has her day planned out by the minute. This is where I get up, this is where I walk the dogs, this is where I work out, this is where I have breakfast, and this is where I have lunch. Everything is planned out. This is where I go to bed. And then today she stayed up for another hour because of the time change. So for her, it's horrible. And what time is it? What is it really? A lot of questions. She's so cute. But yes, so tomorrow when I get up, I can sleep an hour longer. I get up at 6, then breakfast, no, not breakfast, but coffee. And yes, ID.5 GTX, we drove today to a grocery store, is charged to 100%. What range are we getting? 427 kilometers, that's pretty good. We drove nicely, and then we'll see what range we get tomorrow. It's cold, 2-3 degrees right now. No, 7 degrees. I was wrong.